Have you ever wondered if the words you speak could shape your financial future? Did you know that certain words can block the flow of wealth into your life? In today's video, we'll uncover powerful insights from Islamic teachings, spiritual practices, and mystical traditions about the words you must avoid if you want to attract abundance and prosperity. The words we use carry energy. They shape our mindset, influence our actions, and even impact how blessings come into our lives. Understanding this can be the key to unlocking the wealth and opportunities waiting for you. If you're ready to take this seriously, comment, "I am ready for abundance," and let us know you're committed to shifting your financial energy. Let's begin. I can't. The phrase, "I can't" carries a heavy weight, often more than people realize. Spoken casually, it becomes a self-imposed limitation, closing doors to opportunities and blessings before they even appear. In the context of financial success, these words are particularly damaging. They reflect a lack of belief in one's own abilities and, more importantly, a lack of trust in Allah's plan. Islamic teachings emphasize the importance of tawakkul, or reliance on Allah. Surah Al-Baqarah reminds believers that Allah does not burden a soul beyond its capacity. Saying, "I can't" directly contradicts this divine promise. It assumes failure and denies the possibility that Allah, in His infinite mercy, may provide a way out. By replacing "I can't" with "Inshallah," "I will try," a person shifts their mindset from defeat to hope and determination, aligning themselves with the belief that their efforts, paired with Allah's guidance, can lead to success. Spiritually, the words "I can't" resonate with a low vibrational energy. Mystical traditions and numerology suggest that the energy we emit through our words creates ripples in the world around us. Speaking words of limitation like "I can't" dampens the aura, creating an energetic block that makes it harder for wealth and abundance to flow into one's life. It is not just about belief, but about actively programming the mind and spirit to see and seize opportunities when they arise. For instance, consider someone who dreams of starting a business but repeatedly says, "I can't do this." They inadvertently train their mind to focus on obstacles rather than solutions. This negativity not only impacts their mindset, but also signals to the universe that they are not ready to receive blessings. On the other hand, saying "I will try, inshallah" invites possibility. It acknowledges effort and faith, two crucial elements for achieving success in both worldly and spiritual matters. Practically, avoiding the phrase "I can't" is about fostering a sense of capability and hope. It encourages people to find alternatives and to seek solutions rather than giving up prematurely. For instance, instead of saying, "I can't afford this," try reframing it as, "I will find a way to make this possible, inshallah." This shift not only inspires action, but also instills a sense of empowerment that propels one forward, even in challenging situations. Words are a gift from Allah, meant to be used thoughtfully. Replacing limiting language with empowering phrases is a small but significant step toward opening oneself to the abundance Allah has destined. When one truly believes that Allah will not burden them beyond their capacity, the words "I can't" lose their grip, and new paths begin to unfold. It is a change in mindset that not only attracts wealth but also strengthens faith. Impossible. The word "impossible" often slips out of people's mouths without much thought, but its impact can be profound. To say something is impossible is to place limitations on what Allah can do. It is to underestimate the Creator's boundless ability to bring forth solutions, blessings, and miracles from the most unexpected places. In financial matters, this word can become a mental and spiritual barrier that prevents opportunities from manifesting. In Islamic teachings, the concept of Allah's limitless power is central. Surah Ash-Shura emphasizes that Allah's decree is absolute, and His will surpasses all human comprehension. To call something impossible is to forget that He is Al-Qadir, the one who has power over all things. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, often reminded his followers that what seems unattainable to them is entirely within Allah's reach. By replacing "impossible" with "bi'idhnillah," it can happen. A person reaffirms their trust in Allah and opens themselves to possibilities beyond their imagination. From a spiritual perspective, impossible carries a finality that disrupts the flow of abundance. Mystical traditions and numerological insights suggest that words like this create a vibrational block, shutting down opportunities before they even have a chance to emerge. The universe responds to energy, and when someone declares something impossible, they project an energy of defeat and resistance, which ultimately repels the very blessings they seek. Imagine a person who has been struggling with debt. They might look at their situation and say, "It's impossible to ever get out of this." By doing so, they effectively resign themselves to their current state, limiting their actions and reducing their motivation. However, by shifting their words to, "With Allah's help, I will find a way," they transform their energy. This mindset fosters creativity, hope, and resilience, allowing them to see opportunities for earning, saving, or even receiving unexpected assistance. Practical examples of avoiding the word impossible can be seen in day-to-day decision-making. Instead of saying, "It's impossible to start a business without money," one might say, "I will explore ways to start small and grow, inshallah." This rephrasing not only changes the speaker's mindset, but also influences how others perceive and support their efforts. People are drawn to individuals who believe in possibilities, and this belief can attract resources, partnerships, and opportunities. Words are powerful tools that can either limit or liberate. By eliminating impossible from one's vocabulary, a person aligns their speech and thoughts with trust in Allah's mercy and power. This shift in language not only deepens faith, but also creates an openness to receive the rizq Allah has destined for them. Through this conscious effort, the path to abundance and success becomes clearer and more attainable, both spiritually and materially. Poor. The word poor, when spoken as a self-identifier, carries a weight that extends beyond its meaning. Declaring oneself as poor does more than reflect a financial state. It reinforces a mindset of scarcity. This word can trap a person in a cycle of lack, making it difficult to see or act upon opportunities for improvement. In both spiritual and practical terms, calling oneself poor sets limits where Allah has placed possibilities. Islam teaches the power of gratitude as a way to multiply blessings. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, emphasized this repeatedly, stating that showing thankfulness for what one has invites more abundance. Saying, "I am poor," contradicts this principle, as it focuses entirely on what is lacking rather than appreciating what is present. A better alternative is to say, "Alhamdulillah for what I have. May Allah increase it." This expression not only acknowledges current blessings, but also aligns with a hopeful and trusting attitude toward the future. From a spiritual perspective, the word poor resonates with an energy of limitation. In mystical traditions, this type of negative affirmation creates an energetic block, making it harder for wealth and opportunities to enter one's life. When someone declares, "I am poor," they send out a signal that they are resigned to their current state. The universe, responding to this energy, reflects it back, further reinforcing the cycle of scarcity. Consider someone who has faced financial struggles. By repeatedly saying, "I am poor," they may unintentionally blind themselves to the blessings they still possess, such as skills, time, or connections. They may also miss opportunities that could improve their situation, as their focus remains fixed on what they lack. On the other hand, reframing their language to, "I am working toward growth, alhamdulillah," creates a shift. This shift fosters motivation, attracts positive energy, and draws support from others who sense their determination and hope. Practically speaking, avoiding the word poor as a self-description can have a profound impact. For example, instead of lamenting, "I am too poor to invest," one might say, "I am saving so I can invest in the future, inshallah." This subtle change in language reflects a forward-thinking attitude, which can inspire practical steps toward financial stability. It also cultivates a mindset that seeks solutions rather than dwelling on limitations. Words hold power, and the way a person speaks about themselves can shape their reality. Declaring oneself as poor not only dims faith in Allah's provision, but also weakens the drive to seek out the opportunities He places in their path. By focusing on gratitude and possibility, one can break free from the confines of scarcity. When the word poor is replaced with words of hope and trust, the doors to abundance begin to open, and Allah's blessings flow more freely into one's life. Debt. The word debt, when spoken with fear or despair, carries an emotional and spiritual weight that can amplify its presence in a person's life. In financial matters, it is easy to become overwhelmed by the idea of debt, especially when the burden feels heavy. However, the way one speaks about debt can either strengthen its hold or begin to loosen its grip. Speaking of debt in hopeless terms often creates a sense of powerlessness, while approaching it with hope and trust in Allah invites solutions and relief. Islam recognizes debt as a serious responsibility, not just between individuals but also before Allah. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, sought refuge from overwhelming debt in his supplications, saying, "O Allah, I seek refuge in you from sin and heavy debt." This illustrates that while debt can be a challenge, it is not insurmountable, especially when approached with reliance on Allah and a proactive mindset. Instead of speaking about debt in terms of despair, one can adopt phrases such as, "Insha'Allah, I am working to pay it off," which shifts the focus from the weight of the debt to the steps being taken to resolve it. From a spiritual perspective, speaking of debt fearfully generates an energy of lack and defeat. Mystical traditions suggest that words and emotions create vibrations that influence one's reality. Constantly lamenting about debt attracts more negativity and prevents a person from seeing opportunities for financial freedom. Conversely, approaching the topic with hope and a solution-oriented mindset aligns one's energy with abundance and creates space for unexpected blessings to arrive. For example, imagine someone deeply concerned about their financial obligations. If they repeatedly say, "I will never get out of this debt," they reinforce a mindset of helplessness. This mindset may lead to inaction or a lack of creativity in finding ways to manage or overcome the situation. However, if they reframe their words to, "With Allah's help, I will find a way to clear this debt," they cultivate a sense of empowerment and resilience. This shift can inspire action, such as seeking financial advice, exploring new income streams, or adjusting spending habits. Practically, reframing language around debt encourages a proactive approach. Instead of focusing on the burden, focus can shift to manageable steps. For instance, rather than saying, "I can't afford to pay this off," one might say, "I will create a plan to start reducing this amount, inshallah." This reframing not only alters the emotional weight of debt, but also makes the challenge seem more approachable and solvable. Words shape reality, and how a person speaks about their financial situation can have a profound effect on their actions and outcomes. Speaking about debt with despair signals surrender, while choosing words of hope and determination aligns with the belief that Allah's help is always near. By replacing fear-based language with trust and proactive intentions, one not only strengthens their faith, but also creates an environment for financial relief and blessings to unfold. Debt, when approached with a balanced mindset, becomes a challenge to overcome rather than a permanent obstacle. Never, the word never, when used as a definitive barrier, creates a mindset of impossibility. It shuts down opportunities and diminishes hope before a solution can even be considered. In financial matters, saying never limits one's ability to see how circumstances can change, how Allah's plan can unfold, or how one's own efforts can lead to unexpected outcomes. This word, spoken with finality, acts as a wall that blocks blessings from entering one's life. In Islam, trust in Allah's timing and wisdom is fundamental. A believer is taught to place their faith in the idea that what is written for them will come to them, and what is not meant for them will pass them by. Saying never challenges this trust, as it implies that something is beyond the reach of Allah's power. The Quran repeatedly reminds believers that Allah has control over all things and can change situations in ways that are beyond human understanding. Replacing never with phrases like inshallah, "It could happen when the time is right," reinforces faith and keeps the door open for divine intervention. From a spiritual perspective, the word never carries a vibrational energy that signals closure. Mystical traditions and energy-based beliefs suggest that declaring something as never possible sends a signal to the universe to shut down any paths leading to that outcome. This creates an energetic block that not only prevents blessings from coming through, but also stifles the individual's motivation to work toward their goals. By removing never from one's vocabulary, the energy shifts toward possibility, inviting opportunities that align with their intentions. Consider someone who has struggled financially for years. They might say, "I will never be able to afford a home." By doing so, they create a mental barrier that prevents them from exploring ways to save, plan, or seek guidance. This statement also limits their ability to recognize small opportunities that could lead to larger breakthroughs. On the other hand, by saying, "Inshallah, I will work toward owning a home," they set a goal and align their mindset with a belief in possibilities. This simple shift encourages effort, attracts support, and keeps their focus on achieving their dream. Practically speaking, avoiding the word never allows for a more solution-oriented approach to challenges. Instead of declaring, "I will never earn enough money to invest," one might say, "I will find ways to grow my income, inshallah." This reframing not only changes the speaker's perspective, but also encourages actions that align with their aspirations. It moves the focus from what is not possible to what can be done with effort and reliance on Allah. Words hold tremendous power in shaping reality. Declaring something as never possible limits both spiritual faith and practical action. By removing this word from one's vocabulary, a person opens themselves to the potential of Allah's mercy and the rewards of their own perseverance. Replacing never with words of hope and possibility transforms challenges into opportunities, fostering an environment where both spiritual growth and material success can flourish. Every word you speak shapes your reality, so choose words that invite blessings and abundance into your life. Which of these words do you think has the greatest impact on your financial energy? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more insights that inspire growth and transformation.